I'm Wendy from Shiny Happy World, and this is the new Carrot Chariot Applique pattern. Here's how to make it. Okay, this is the video showing how to assemble this little carrot in a bunny in a carrot car if you are not using a light box. So I've got all of my pieces prepared, ready to go. What that means is I print the pieces, all of the templates onto the paper side of paper-backed fusible adhesive. You can also trace. I use Heat and Bond Light for all of my quilts. Then you roughly cut out each shape and fuse it to the back side of your fabric. And then you do a nice clean cut on all of these solid lines. The dotted lines that are inside all of the pattern pieces are placement guides showing you where other applique pieces are going to sit. So you need to transfer those markings to the fabric side so you'll be able to see them. And I just use a white chalk whenever possible for something like that. If it's too light, like it is for the little marks at the bottom of these ears, the white chalk didn't show up, so I just used a pencil there. So transfer all of those markings to the fabric side of your pieces. And then there are also some solid lines in here. Those are stitching guides, and those are lines that I'm going to stitch over with black thread. And so I will transfer those to the front side of the fabric. And for that, I just use a fine tip Sharpie. Nothing fancy. It is a permanent pen, but I have found that it doesn't bleed on fabric. And I'm going to stitch over it with black thread anyway, so you'll never even see that line after I'm done. So on this carrot, you've got all these little lines showing the lines in the carrot, and you also have some of the markings on his face. You've got whiskers that are going to need to be stitched and a mouth that needs to be stitched. And I also marked with the same pen the eyes and the nose, which I'm going to do with fabric paint because they are very, very tiny pieces, tiny shapes. And the pattern is going to have a link to my favorite fabric paint and also some other methods that you can use if you don't want to use fabric paint. So now we're going to put it all together. So we're going to start with getting this little carrot car in place. So peel off the paper backing. And then I'm going to position it here, and I'm going to grab one of the wheels. So on this car, it has a slightly bigger wheel in the back and a smaller wheel in the front. I'm just going to use one of them right now. I'm just going to hold it over the carrot where it goes. And I want to just position this up and down. And I've been setting all of my cars so that they are about 2 finger widths from the bottom edge of the block. And I do that. I don't center them in the block because then they'll kind of look like they're floating. Since we don't have a road or any kind of a horizon line marked on the block, if you just float it in the middle, it will tend to look like the car itself is floating. But if you place it near the bottom of the block, it'll look like it's running along the ground. But I don't want it right on the edge because honestly, that's a lot to coordinate getting it exactly set because you're going to crop this block to size later, and then you're going to sew it together with a 1/4 inch seam allowance, and there's just a whole lot of precision involved in getting it exactly, those wheels sitting exactly on the seam line, and I don't want to worry about that. So 2 fingers from the bottom is going to be great. Before I get the other wheel in, I want to put the greens at the end of the carrot in place also so that we can center it front to back before we do any of the other piecing. And so this piece of green is going to tuck underneath the carrot until that line that I transferred is covered. So it's going to go over it about that much, and that looks pretty well centered. Okay, so now I've got my basic pieces where I want them. I'll go ahead and get this other tire in place since I've got it already out. But then we'll work on the bunny itself. So I just want to lay that over the carrot until that chalk line is covered. And then I know I've got it where it's supposed to be. Let me make sure I've got it pretty well level. Yep, that looks good. All right, now let's get the bunny body. I keep calling the bunny a carrot. He is a carrot car. The bunny is the driver. So I'm going to tuck this body Not sure if you can see it. I've got a line. I probably should have done it in pencil to make it clearer on the video, but there's a chalk line that I've done here at the bottom. And I'm going to tuck that behind the carrot until it is covered. There we go. And if you need a reference, all of the patterns have got a little reference guide that you can use to judge where things are going to be positioned. And I can see by looking at this that I've got this kind of, he's leaning way forward. So I'm going to shift that around. That's better. That looks more like what I drew. So now his body is sitting up and down. I'll just leave that there. We can see it with it there. And then we're going to put the carrot, the bunny head in place. And that is just going to cover, there's a curved line there that I transferred, and we're just going to cover that up. And if you want to play around with it, you can. You could make him looking up like, woohoo, he's going super fast. Let's play around with that, and I'll just show you what that could look like. Then you would probably want to make his ears be like they're blowing in the wind. We could do something like that, which would be kind of fun. But I'm going to make him I want to make him look like the pattern cover, because otherwise it can be confusing to people. So covering up that bit of curve, and then I am tucking the two ears behind until the little line at the bottom of the ear is covered. So those look good. And now I just have I guess the hubcaps on the tires here. And again, there's a bigger one and a smaller one. The placement guide will show you the numbers of which is which can be helpful, but in this case, it doesn't really matter. You can tell pretty clearly. So big one, little one. All right, now that all looks good. I am going to take this over to my ironing board and fuse all of these pieces in place. And then I will take it to my sewing machine and do all of the outline stitching, including stitching all those little details on the carrot. And I'll bring it back here and show you the finished bunny driving a carrot car, and also another version that I made in kind of brighter colors on a gray background. All right, this is the finished Carrot Chariot. The version that I made in colors, both the applique and the background are all from the Farmer's Market color collection, and I made it in those colors to match a farm animals quilt that I've made that I might decide to mix these animals into, but I made it in another color too. So very similar colors, but these are a little bit brighter, a little bit more vibrant. They are from the classic rainbow collection, and then the background is just a simple gray background, and this is to match the colors in the Beep Beep quilt sample that I'm working on. I'm working on just making a new sample for that pattern, and I want these new veggie cars to mix in with that because I think that'll be really fun to see those two patterns mashed together. So the new pattern is called the Carrot Chariot. You can get it at Shiny Happy World. I'm Wendy, and I will see you next time.